Our referees for tonight's contest, Rod Creech, Tony Patello, and Trevor Inonye. Rod Creech will enter half court. King, along with Koval, are set to do battle, and we're underway. And the Dukes win the tip. I'll start things off with Stevenson to run the point. Stevenson, the sophomore from Ole Miss, who played in this arena during the NCAA tournament last year. Hannah Hidalgo gets her first steal of the game and pushes up to Olivia Miles. Hidalgo trying to sneak it into Koval, who wasn't there on the block. And now McDaniel will make the push. McDaniel sees the lane, goes to the rack, hard off the window. Now King will run it. Sonia Citron in there along with the slew of Irish who've been consistent. Citron came in her first game against Purdue on Sunday. Now should be a mainstay for the remainder of their starting five.
Right, she's the silent assassin for Notre Dame. She's coming off that injury, just getting the rust off, but she's definitely the go-to player and a senior. Hard to believe she's already a senior.
Barnes misses. Now Hidalgo goes quickly to the rack, and it's a loose ball that Barnes will pick up. Both teams playing fast. This is how JMU stacks out on their starting five. It has been consistent from start to finish for them on the entire year. Strong move by Koval. Just can't finish underneath the basket. King off the block. Kicks off to Citron for three. And Hidalgo finishes and can't get through on it. Came off with the rebound. Just pushed too far beyond. Stevenson pulls up for three and gets it.
Notre Dame in that man-to-man defense. Citron draws the best player for JMU. She's trying to keep McDaniel in check.
Hidalgo goes into the lane and gets fouled. Count it. Gail Ivey in her fifth season is working through another injury bug here, but her coaching has been so spectacular over her tenure since taking over for the Hall of Famer Muffet McGraw.
Right, absolutely. She took over in the COVID year, but she didn't waste any time. Got back to the Sweet 16 a few years in a row. She was also the Coach of the Year 2 years ago, as well as bringing home the ACC title for the first time in 5 years.
Chicago misses a free throw. Stevenson makes up for it. Gonna run the offense that time with Hazel. Neither team really finding their rhythm offensively just yet. Hidalgo lobs one into King. King from within the paint. It's automatic for the transfer from Pitt.
It really is. I mean, she's shooting 80%, but she takes high percentage shots. She never takes a shot when she's off balance or triple team. She just takes wise shot selection, and therefore her shooting percentage is 80%.
First in the ACC, and Koval knocks one down from deep. It's a tie ball game between the Dukes and the Fighting Irish. It's a James Madison squad that was picked first in the preseason for the Sun Belt. Fell short to Marshall in their tournament championship a year ago. King spins on it and makes the easy layup.
Coached under Kenny Brooks, and he's approaching the 200 win mark, so he's had an outstanding track record for JMU.
McDaniel has it stuffed by Citron. Prosper off the window. Exactly what we talked about at shoot-around today, Kieran. Hazel steps back for a long two. Miles Pushing forward, Hidalgo acrobatics. Can't finish. She will go to the line to shoot two when we come back. Olivia Miles picked up right where she left off for over 2 years ago, picking up the first ACC Player of the Week honoree. Had her 4th career triple-double versus Mercyhurst in her first game back. And she is the only player in the NBA, WNBA, women's college basketball, men's college basketball in the last 25 years to miss a full season due to injury and post a 20-plus triple-double in their first game back.
Truly amazing. I mean, it was just so special to see her back on the floor and to see how happy her teammates were when she ran through to the starting lineup. And she's been waiting for this. She gained a lot of perspective when she sat out with that ACL injury to get the perspective. She just loves the game and she plays with a lot of joy. So it's great that the team has her back out there, and I think she's really enjoying herself.
Gonna need to play a lot. Only 8 players for Notre Dame are available tonight with the injuries that have piled up for them so far this season early on. Miles with the ball now, steps back for a 3. Now Hidalgo driving in, goes high, and works the geometry in her favor.
Gets the layup off the glass, high off the glass.
James Madison looking for a response. Scott for a deep 3. Goes out of bounds. Miles, bounce pass off to Rish. Rish, bounce pass inside, now to Koval. And Koval finishes.
She is an outstanding finisher as well. Great touch. And for a freshman, has such tremendous basketball IQ, plays beyond her years. And she gives Notre Dame the size on both ends of the court, defensively.
And in her last game against Purdue, had 4 blocks, a block machine on defense. Looking to try and clean it up deep in the post down low. Miles passes off to Prosper, who gets fouled.
Really come out and play well and get her conditioning up to speed, because with this pace, getting up and down as a big girl, knows the game, she can finish, and she's a great passer out of double teams.
Beneficial to get a turnover here. Can they make points for McDaniel? Deep from 3. And that's what Sean O'Regan talked about. Now Miles trying to go the other way. Miles now to shoot from the cherry stripe. 4 for 4 so far in the young season. Preseason All-ACC honoree, along with a Nancy Lieberman Award watch list honor.
Kozlov is a 6'3" redshirt senior from Moscow, from Russia. Had a chance to go home last summer to see her family.
Those are stuck underneath. And what a hard-working point Kozlov puts together. The Irish will hold for the last shot with the shot clock off. Hidalgo has a screen, gives it off to King. Now Hidalgo sees a lane and takes it right to the basket. Stevenson will send up a heave. That almost goes. But it's the Fighting Irish leading by 10. Played Ohio State as a 14 seed in that tournament. They know it's there. They want to try and face some tough competition like Notre Dame here early in the non-con, to allow themselves to be ready for March and April.
Right, I love what he said in the shoot-around today. He said, you know what, when I took the job, the first team I scheduled was Tennessee. I want to play these high-ranked teams. They were so happy to be at Notre Dame. They want to see where they stand against one of the top teams in the country.
And it's a traditional home and home. These two teams will square off next year with James Madison hosting, understanding the awesome opportunity it is for the 4th winningest program, James Madison, to host one of the best and premier powers in women's college basketball.
Right, absolutely. It's a great opportunity for these players, and as we mentioned in 23, they had Ohio State in the first quarter anyway on the ropes and ended up losing that game, but just little by little, Sean O'Regan really elevating this program.
Citron's elevating Koval's game with a nice little dropper underneath the hoop and being by the hoop, working on that sky hook to work it around. Koval deep underneath and works the defense this time.
She has such soft touch.
Hidalgo finds Leah Tu King. What a feed.
Leah Tu King has been an excellent addition. She runs the floor so well also, and Hidalgo and Miles so good at looking for her when she streaks down the floor and runs immediately to the block, immediately to the rim.
Hazel going hard to the rim and gets fouled. Hazel now 8 for 9 from the charity stripe this season.
By the transfer from Marshall and Hazel. And Hazel and Peyton McDaniel have been together for a while, so these two know exactly what Coach O'Regan wants.
Hidalgo will bring up the basketball for the Irish. What a feed, Prosper to Citron. Pick off from Hidalgo, stays with it, and will be fouled by Stevenson.
Nice touch pass by Prosper.
Miles send it to the far corner for Hidalgo, and Hidalgo hits the three.
Stevenson was playing her for the drive, so Hidalgo decided to pull up.
Showing how multifaceted the sophomore is. Preseason ACC Player of the Year Hidalgo was. Now McDaniel, feed down low. Kozlov.
Great pass.
Wow.
Great left-handed pass. Right to the block for Kozlova. Kozlova, a good finisher down low, and all Sun Belt Conference selection.
Prosper takes it herself and gets the layup underneath. This time, Hazel.
She's very good at facilitating for her teammates, not just scoring the ball, but really nice pass.
Miles fouled going to the rim. I can't forget Sonia Citron as well, who was named a Wooden Award watch list honoree, as well as preseason All-ACC honoree, along with her two point guards in Hidalgo and Miles.
And she's looking good coming off of a foot injury. Doesn't look to be hampered at all by the injury, even though she had some time off.
Scott, deep from free. Ball with the rebound. Miles steps into one, and she's celebrating. That juiced her up. Defense coming out to play here. Scott kicks away. McDaniel for three, answers back. Hidalgo will be charged with another offensive foul. Daniel trying to get it down low to Goodman, and Koval.
Koval, nice three-quarter front on that defense on Goodman, able to get the deflection.
Miles for three. Scott, off balanced, is fouled.
Also, second team All Sun Belt Conference selection. She's from Arkansas. She's a very good catch and shoot, three-point shooter.
Citron calls for the screen for Koval. Citron takes it herself.
Citron is just so smooth. She's never out of control. And a nice finish.
Stevenson in control. Hits the basket.
Right back at you. Even when Notre Dame scores on a made field goal, this JMU team loves to push the ball right back down the court.
Risch down to Koval. Koval goes up with it and gets fouled.
And they're able to do that in the Sub-Melt Conference.
Koval.
Number 1 post, according to ESPN, number 5 overall player coming out of high school. She brings such versatility and size to this Notre Dame team.
Williams cuts back to the basket. Williams fouls her shot, still loose. And a fresh 20 for the Dukes. Stevenson works in, swings it back off. Koval isn't there, and Koval keeps it high. And a great set for the Irish. Risch from the corner for 3. Now Stevenson sees a lane. Koval has it rejected by Koval. They'll wave it off and send it the other way.
She's still trying to find her rhythm from that 3-point shooting area, but she has a beautiful jump shot. She's going to have to find her way here as she recovers from that hip injury, because Notre Dame's going to need her to shoot that 3 over the course of the season, especially if teams try to go zone.
Quickly in transition, James Madison has Robinson to score a bucket. 30 seconds left in this first half. Miles drains it down. Citron open in the corner. Can't leave Citron open.
Right, wide open. She calmly sinks it, sets her feet. Her footwork's always spectacular, but she just calmly set her feet and hit the deep corner 3 for Notre Dame.
Stevenson's foul. James Madison gets it down low to Koval. Koval with 1 second. Skyhook can't get there. And the half ends. Notre Dame.
Right, I'm surprised you guys could find those archives. That was 30 years ago in Muffet McGraw's infancy stage of her tenure coaching here. But we'll see what JMU can do here in the second half to try to cut into this deficit.
Got to give it up to our producer, Derek Coleman, working through the archives. Open up the file cabinet. And what a rejection from Sonia Citron. Got back on defense and got it out of there.
But that's what makes her so great. She's so composed. And down the stretch last year, she surely had an amazing, amazing end to the season, making it to the Sweet 16.
Now Citron underneath the basket sees Miles. And now Miles from the fadeaway. Can't get it to hit.
Of course, Miles and Citron with that sixth sense for one another, with the history of playing together back on the East Coast.
And Barnes makes the mid-range. What did James Madison need to fix in the locker room to have themselves a fighting chance here in the second half?
They've got to take high percentage shots, and they keep going in.
Nice offensive set. Daniel with a high screen. Bounce pass. Koval takes it. Rejected by Koval.
Right on cue.
Miles gets fouled going to the rim.
Koval just moves her feet on this dribble penetration by Kozlova and gets her hand on the ball for another block. And as we mentioned in the first half, she leads the ACC in blocks as just a freshman, a little baby freshman.
3 blocks here tonight to go along with 7 points. Miles makes them both. It's a question now, they still haven't gotten to 50 just yet. Stevenson with a high arcing three. Now Koval down underneath, can't get it. Koval up to Miles.
In the last few possessions, JMU really trying to be a little more methodical running their offense.
What a play! Leah King off balance. And it's Olivia Miles setting her up for one.
Her and Citron kind of remind me of one another, the way they're so composed and so efficient. They don't take any bad shots. She finishes everything that's around the rim and in the paint.
Hidalgo uses a screen. And Prosper follows the shot, gives it off to King. What King doesn't make, she gets fouled. Leah King transfers in from Pitt, and when Niele Ivey added her from the portal, you thought, this is just an athletic team getting even more athletic with what, and she did wonders against Notre Dame in their meetings. Hazel gets fouled.
As she slides over to try to help Miles. She's out of Raleigh, North Carolina, the 5'8" senior. 1,000-point scorer coming out of high school. She was a top 100 recruit.
Miles feeds off to Citron. Now Hidalgo off the rebound. Now down to Koval. Brings it low. Has a handoff off to Hidalgo, and Hidalgo can't make the jumper.
They just keep attacking the rim. Every time it came off the rim, they just threw it back up. Later on against the tougher competition, which they have tough competition coming up, UConn, Texas, at home. But
it's gonna get tough quick here in the next couple of weeks. And then they play number 2 UConn in one of the best rivalries in women's college basketball between Notre Dame and UConn. Big matchups with big implications early in the year. Risch into the corner. And that's what Emma Risch needs to do. You'll see Paige Beckers with UConn, and then you're gonna see Watkins, the standout sophomore, up against Hannah Hidalgo, the sophomore v sophomore battle, really on the national scale here early.
Absolutely. I mean, Watkins and Booker, I think, are best friends with Hannah Hidalgo, so she's very familiar with them. But there's going to be some great matchups, and really looking forward to those. It's some of the best basketball and some of the best ranked teams in the country so early on in the season, which helps prepare you for that ACC tough conference foes that Notre Dame's going to face. But Lloyd, McBride, Diggins, Riley, and Hannah Hidalgo, those are some names in history here at Notre Dame. For an all-time leading scorer at her high school, scoring over 2,100 points, boys or girls, which is not unheard of at this level. But hats off to her for the career that she's had at JMU.
Feeds it in and gets the bucket, and really goes to show what that connection has been between O'Regan and McDaniel. Two of them at shoot-around, just working between the two of them. Had a special connection that he was rebounding for. Citron.
Exactly, yeah, he was rebounding for her at the end of practice to let her get her threes up in this arena. I'm gonna call Muffet tonight and say, did you ever rebound for me at the end of the shoot-around?
Different day and age a little bit here.
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she rebounded for us.
First out of college, becomes the director of ops for Evansville, then is elevated and has been there for 15 seasons on the bench, 9 of them now as a head coach.
Yeah, he's had quite a career anyway. So he brought some zone and three-quarter court pressure into Coach O'Regan's world. So it's nice to see that, you know, he brought in some great coaches around him, not just solid players on the court.
Williams, this is the second. And now Hidalgo. Pick up the dribble. Now Citron feeding it down to Koval. What a play. Great basketball from the Fighting Irish.
Beautiful high-low pass by Citron. She just threw it over the head of the defenders where only Koval could get it to finish on the right side.
Loose ball, Citron picks it up. Feeding pass to Hidalgo. Hidalgo tried to go acrobatic. Now Scott pushing tempo, kicks out, now into the corner for Hazel. Robinson, open, no good. Both the two sides playing with tempo. Now Notre Dame will slow it up. There's cross-court pass to Prosper. 13 seconds. Koval underneath, cleans it up.
That gives her a double-double. Freshman coming to play tonight. She's got 14 boards.
Koval tries to hit the spin. Outlet pass that's tipped by Stevenson. Hidalgo recomposes. Prosper bounces it off to Rish in the corner. Wow!
Great ball movement. Nice pass, making the extra pass by Prosper.
And now Hidalgo on the run. This place gonna explode. Reagan barking off commands from the Dukes bench. McDaniel, heaves one up. Citron now with the shot clock off. They're gonna hold for the last shot, Notre Dame will. Hidalgo misses the buzzer beater.
So happy to be coaching their alma mater. When we had a chance to talk to Coach O today, he was just so happy and so proud of JMU. And we know Nail Ivy is as well. She's the common denominator to 9 Final Fours, won one as a player and a coach for the NBA, for the Grizzlies. So these two programs, lucky to be led by such amazing coaches.
James Madison drops it down to Koslova. They're shining lights today. Koslova can't make it there. That's a hard foul right in front of us. With Hidalgo going down. He's going to play with 3 fouls here in this fourth quarter. Hidalgo sees a lane, takes it herself, and draws contact.
They improved upon so much last year at the end of the season, taking care of the basketball in a sea of red for NC State, in front of the NC State crowd.
And since December 31st of 2023, they have not given up more than 70 points to their opponent. And that streak still continues here in the 2024-2025 season. And they're hoping to have that run with their defense. King stuck underneath, has it rejected by Barnes. And now King down to the floor. Notre Dame's gonna play with 4, but now they'll stop with King onto the hardwood.
She definitely hit her head.
And here just hits the ground hard. Then will be helped to the bench. There's 7:30 left to go in regulation. Zell can't get a shot down. Miles, open lane and takes it right down Broadway.
She's so good at that one-handed layup. Always kisses it off the glass. Good finish by Miles.
Pulls it up on the baseline, and this time 13 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 6:44 bench right now. Have to imagine she's going to play a little bit.
And Coach O in practice today just didn't want to give up 100 points.
That was his big emphasis.
Notre Dame scored 100 in the first 2 games. He didn't want to be the third on the receiving end of 100 points.
Wanted his defense, which was good through their first 3 games, to continue. But when you leave Kassab Prosper open from beyond 3, she's going to make you pay.
She is.
Stevenson behind the back. Kozlova, great feed. Prosper trying to drop it. Kozlova does a great job to get back. Robinson, no good from 3. It's a foul against Koval. Takes the inbound. Working on Hidalgo. It'll be a block. And shoot from the free throw line for the first time today. Missing the first.
She is 5'4" sophomore. Played here last year. Played for Ole Miss, so she was here when Notre Dame faced them in the NCAAs.
And registered 2 minutes
Yes.
in that game.
Derek told us that.
Yeah, Derek Coleman, our
Yes.
great producer extraordinaire.
Give credit.
Doing all his homework today. Found your box scores. Doing some deep diving as well. And
Now she got hit in the head.
now Koval.
Nice finish.
Miles takes a seat to bring Rish back in. Now McDaniel goes strong to the basket.
That was her first field goal in quite a bit. But give Citron credit. She's really covered her up very well.
Hidalgo. Strong with it on the layup. McDaniel's going to get called for the offensive.
You really got to credit Citron for doing the job on her, not allowing her to get any easy looks, any easy openings, even just to catch the ball.
Hidalgo for three. Williams, bounce pass to McDaniel, and it goes off her foot.
She just keeps going. Her motor she never gets tired. I've never seen her get tired. And she certainly plays hard, and good job shooting that three when the defense gave her space.
Citron subbed out to bring in Sarah Cernugal. Koval down low, gets fouled. Cernugal, one of the more fascinating stories in all of women's college basketball. Was recruited to Holy Cross College, an NAIA school that's right across the street. Was going to play soccer there. Decides that sees the opportunity to potentially be a walk-on for Notre Dame, takes the opportunity, gets brought onto the team, and has been a walk-on up until August of 2023, where she earned herself a scholarship, taking her grad year here, wants to pursue a career in data analytics.
Right out of Westmont, Illinois. So she's a Midwesterner, and she has worked so hard and getting some minutes here in the last 3 minutes of this game, but she works extremely hard and has done a great job as first a walk-on, and then now she earned her way for that scholarship.
Cernugal and Rish on the floor. Cernugal, a forward pass off to Hidalgo, and Hidalgo is fouled on the pass.
The MVP of the title game, of the title run last year, Hannah Hidalgo. Went to Paul VI High School in Haddonfield, was coached by her father, Orlando. I only had 1,000 points. She had 3,000. So, but
she's following in your footsteps there. Don't worry, don't worry.
Family, a great high school with a similar mission to Notre Dame, to educate the mind, body, and soul. And she has made her mark already. Her freshman campaign was just amazing.
How can she make that sophomore jump? Now Koval underneath. Rish and Cernugal will tie it up, but a foul will be called before that. This has been an injured Irish squad that, for the most part.
Right, when they get back to full strength, it's going to be very interesting to see how it all comes together from a chemistry standpoint, because they brought the newcomers in. They have the 3Ks, Carlin, Koval, and King. And then they're bringing a lot off injured reserve. Olivia Miles back, Emma Rish back.
That's what everyone wanted to see. Miles and Hidalgo gelling in a game. Notre Dame students can go over to a restaurant right on campus and walk home with some nachos and get a coupon. Miles, that's your nacho basket.
Who doesn't want nachos when you have to study tonight? She was the runner-up for ACC Player of the Year in the conference. And how about the triple doubles? She seems to make that look easy.
4 career triple doubles. Now just over a minute left to play on this Wednesday night. Robinson has it blocked by Prosper. And now the newly subbed in Poole puts up a shot, and Williams finishes at 4. Cernugal for 3, got it!
Big smile on her face, she deserved that one.
Every Irish player that's hit the court tonight has scored a basket. And a quick response from Hazel.
Right, and every Irish player on the bench stood up for that one. And everybody in the stands cheered as well. She deserved that.
Sarah Cernugal, a former walk-on, has deserved everything she gets from this crowd. Has grinded it out when no one was watching and is rewarded with a bucket here and there and some playing time in her final year of eligibility. Miles content with taking it all the way to the shot clock here, and can't leave Sarah Cernugal open.
Here we go, Olivia Miles finds her on the wing, and she hits nothing but net.
Nothing but nylon. Hazel will go to the basket to finish up with the layup. And Notre Dame will win 92-46.